I really lack the words to express how much contempt I have for the counterproductive, self-righteous stupidity of a natural vegan in doing her crazy little hatchet job on Sorsha. I hope you will feel the depth of my sincerity when I say to you that Unnatural Vegan's statement on this is so moronic, is so lacking in redeeming qualities, that it has inspired me to make a video praising Durian Ryder. Because when I put those two videos side by side, Unnatural Vegan's response to this controversy next to Durian Ryder's response, Durian Ryder looks like a genius compared to Unnatural Vegan. Durian Ryder is bringing some real content. He's bringing some sincere reflections. He's bringing... This is the first time I've stuttered on camera. Jesus Christ. Oh, I just got back from the gym. Is Unnatural Vegan really so stupid that she is unaware that Sorsha is playing a fictional character in comedy videos when she offers this critique? Unnatural Vegan gives us a deadpan, dead serious critique of Sorsha Morava in terms of effective activism in her comedy videos that is just as stupid as if I were to come on camera now and tell you, you know what, this guy Joe Vegan, if you haven't heard of Joe Vegan, you know, he's really a terrible activist because he doesn't realize that when he does interpretive dance on camera, he makes interpretive dance look ridiculous. He's not a very good dancer at all, and he just has no idea. He's totally unaware of what he's doing on camera. No, my dude. Joe Vegan knows that he is making a comedy video. Maybe Unnatural Vegan is so stupid that she really does not know that Sorsha Morava is making comedy videos. Maybe she really thinks that this character Sorsha plays is who Sorsha truly is 24/7, and that Sorsha has no control over herself. She criticizes Sorsha for not having a filter. Are you kidding? These are completely scripted, rehearsed, polished videos. These are comedy videos. The elements of Sorsha's comedy that are absurd and ridiculous are very much intentionally absurd and ridiculous. What she does is provocative, and she successfully reaches a much larger audience than I'll ever reach because she goes after an audience of people who are currently meat eaters, people who are not already vegans, right? And she reaches that audience, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. And she reached PewDiePie. This was a victory for her. You idiots are treating it like she was defeated. I mean, you know, and what Durian Ryder brought to this, it's actually real, it's actually sincere, it's a set of reflections the world needs to hear, you know, and it has an element of risk too. Coming on the internet and saying something as simple as that from your own experience, you know what it's like to grow up playing video games, and then to look back on it later and realize what a waste of time it was. That's real. That's sincere, you know? And the sad thing is the internet is full of people who have a very thin skin, who are very defensive of the culture of video games, and they have a lot of time on their hands to devote to doxing you, denouncing you, getting a brigade of people to give thumbs down in your video. No matter, even the humble first-person perspective Durian Ryder states in that, you know what? People are going to punish him for it. And it's not going to be my viewers who are ganging up on him. It's going to be people who say, how dare you say anything critical about video games or about spending hundreds of hours during your youth playing video games. How dare you? All right. There is just no point in my responding to any of the substance of what Unnatural Vegan said on this. To call it stupid is an insult to stupidity. But I mean, you know, like, look, let's be real here. Okay, yes, what Sorsha does is entertainment. It's not activism. She knows that. It's comedy. It's not some kind of dead... I mean, Unnatural Vegan actually criticizes Sorsha for representing a form of veganism that's driven by rage, that's driven by anger. She seems angry. Do you actually think Sorsha Morava is angry in those comedy videos? You really? Oh, you think that's even what that's either how she truly feels or that's what she's portraying? You watch that video, the video she made on PewDiePie, and what you got from that was anger and extremism? Really, my dude? And this is in a context of all kinds of vegan activists, like I've talked about on this channel, threatening terrorist violence, putting bombs in fur shops, breaking into zoos, breaking into SeaWorld, the craziness of real vegan extremism, and just the excuses made for it, the statements that are pro-violence from guys like Gary Yourofsky and Steve Best. If you want to talk about rage and extremism, you can do it with some sympathy too, because a lot of these people are brokenhearted and trying to make a positive difference in the world. They just don't know how. But yes, we do have problems with rage and hatred and violence and veganism, but it ain't her. It ain't Sorsha. Are you joking? It's like saying that, pick some stand-up comedian. It's like saying Chris Rock is an example of black power extremism, that he's an example of someone who can't control his rage when he's doing stand-up comedy. No, he sometimes has contrived expressions of rage as part of his act, as being expressive as a comedian. He's not out of control. He's not a... Let's say you don't like Sorsha's videos. Obviously, it's not particularly my cup of tea, but I mean, this is like the thing before where we're talking about, Tana Mongeau. Can't you just be happy for her? If you don't like her genre of comedy, if you don't like her genre of videos, why can't you just recognize there's an audience for it? There's an audience for me and what I do. It's wonderful. If 2,000 people want to watch a 1-hour video I've made talking to a lawyer in Washington, D.C., talking about, the future of veganism, animal rights, and ecology, that's amazing. I don't even know. What's it at now? Yeah, over 2,000 people. That's wonderful. It's a huge audience from my perspective. And people who want to hate on me and say, oh, what a boring video. You just talked to this lawyer about animal rights for an hour. Yeah, you're damn right. And it's a wonderful thing. There's an audience for it. Just recognize that and move on. If 100,000 people are into Sorsha's content, if 1 million people are into Tana Mongeau's content, why can't we just be happy for them? Why would anyone? Why would Unnatural Vegan want to tear her down? Why would Cheetah want to tear her down? Why are any of you doing this? Why can't you just be happy for her and recognize this is a victory for her? She scored a point on PewDiePie. She got exposure to tens of millions of people. She's exactly what she was going for. It's not the game I play. It's not what I do on this channel, but I can respect the player and I can respect the game. Just ridiculous. But look, if you watched Sorsha's original video and you didn't like it, what do you rate it? A 5 out of 10? People who like it more maybe give it a 7 out of 10? Whatever. Fine. What do you rate PewDiePie's video? It's a 0. There's nothing of substance. Why don't you make a flowchart of what PewDiePie brought to this argument? He responds to the points that Sorsha made by saying Sorsha shows off her ass and Sorsha has a nice body. And none of you find fault with that? None of you, we're all going to pretend that Sorsha's the one at fault here? Like Sorsha didn't bring something of substance? She did. Durian Ryder just had a sincere response. Yeah, you know what? Sorsha's got a point. The dude has no core message. Yeah, you know what? This is worth talking about. You know what? Gee, whether or not spending your life sitting on the couch playing video games, whether or not that's, hey, maybe that's problematic. Maybe that's something we need to think about. And I mean, one of the things that PewDiePie himself ridiculed, and Cheetah and others have gone on to ridicule Sorsha for, is that, Sorsha had the honesty to say, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter if you raise millions of dollars for charity. You still ain't shit. Maybe that makes us nasty, horrible people, but sure, as vegans, we all feel that way. You fucking kidding me? There's a clip here on YouTube. It's just a matter of keeping real. How honest you want to be. Do you want to play a phony bullshit game like Unnatural Vegan, or do you want to keep it real? There's a clip on YouTube of Bill Gates where he says that he thinks in the future everyone should be vegan. To my knowledge, he's never lifted a finger to make that happen, neither on the large scale of his charity and political activism, nor in terms of his own diet or ethics or what have you. But there's this clip of him saying it. At some point, he realized veganism is connected to, ecology and other things in a meaningful way. Okay, guess what, Bill Gates? I don't care if you've given $10 million to charity. I'm vegan. From my perspective, you still ain't shit. We all feel that way. where it's just a question of how honest you're going to be about it. Do you listen to rap music? Are you familiar with the phrase, it ain't trickin' if you got it? This is related to our equally profound phrase, it ain't pimpin' if you got it. Giving $1 million to charity really doesn't mean much when you've got millions and millions of dollars in your pocket. Having the self-discipline to, same with Elon Musk. I've got a video, I don't know if we'll give the link or what. I've got a video on Elon Musk on this, who's never gone vegan despite all his bullshit pretensions to being an environmentalist and all that. Yeah, you know what? If you're vegan, if you regard veganism as a moral baseline, if you regard this as something that's, for everyone, which is what Sorsha unapologetically does, then yeah, you know what? You look at a guy like PewDiePie and say, hey, you could do better, you could do more, you could do the bare minimum. And you look at Elon Musk and you look at Bill Gates and you say, guess what? You've got millions of dollars, you're giving away some percentage of your millions of dollars to charity. I expect more. I expect better. I want you to do what I do every day, even though I don't have millions of dollars, because I think this is crucially important to who I am as a human being, to the future of planet Earth, and to the suffering of millions of animals day by day. What the fuck? Oh, you people, so pathetic. What was this? Your chance to try to stunt on Sorsha? Like your channel is so much more intellectually sophisticated than Sorsha's? I don't do that. I do have intellectually sophisticated content, but so what? What I appreciate is anyone keeping it real. And exactly what you're punishing Sorsha for is keeping it real. And the only video I've seen from anybody responding to this that was keeping it real, to be honest, is Durian Ryder. And you know Durian Ryder and I have beef. You know Durian Ryder and I could have come to blows in Chiang Mai or whatever. It was the great summit of YouTube jerks in Chiang Mai. But no, Durian Ryder actually brought something real to this game. And what I see from everyone else is some combination of phony and idiocy.